Good afternoon, students. Today we are going to study about history. Chapter 1, Tracing Changes in the Medieval Period. Now you all know about history. You were introduced to history in class 6 and you know that the history is the study of past. So in our history, in Indian history or in world history, there are many important events. So the time period of history is divided into broadly in three parts. To understand history, we have the historians has divided the time period into three parts: ancient history, medieval history, and modern history. So in class 6, you have learnt about basically ancient history. Whatever you have learned in class 6, you learned about the ancient history. Now in class 7, all the chapters which you are going to study about, we are going to discuss about, is related to the medieval period. So as the topic, I have underlined it so that you can understand. I'm going to discuss, we all are going to discuss about medieval period. Okay. First of all, what is the time period of medieval period? From what time it extended? Medieval period stretches from 8th to 18th century. Medieval is a term. It is actually not an English term. It is a Latin word. Medieval is a Latin word and its meaning is middle. Medieval means middle. You can understand it that it is a time period which comes between ancient and modern history. Okay, the time period which comes between ancient and modern history is called the medieval history or medieval period. Okay, now we will study about the medieval period. There are many changes, not only in India, all through the world. In the medieval period, during this time period, many kind of changes happen. We will basically go through what changes happened in the India. Okay, India went through many changes during this period: economic changes, political changes, religious changes, and cultural changes. Apart from this, what progress India did in the art and architecture? Economic changes means what people do at that time to support themselves. What is the means of earning their bread and butter? What were the livelihood? How the people basically earn their living? This is economic changes. Political changes means what happened, what kind of political system was at that time. Kings were there. The India was divided into many small kingdoms at that time, and many foreign invasions were there at that time. So this was the political scenario at that time. What happened with the religious scenarios? In the ancient period, we have learned about the religious changes that in the ancient period, basically in India, Vedic system was followed. Okay, it was based on basically rituals. Ritual based religious system was there. Okay, but what happened during the medieval period? Medieval period, the religious beliefs of the people changed a lot. And cultural means what happened in the culture. Many people are coming in India from outside, and we have a mixed culture at that time also. And what happened in the art and architecture? Art means paintings and all sort of that. And architecture means the style of making buildings. So you will go through these topics in this chapter. And architecture actually means that many kinds of new buildings, monuments were built in this period. So it developed a lot in the respect of architecture and art. Okay, is it clear? Okay. Now we will move on to another segment. Now, as I told you that history has been divided into time period. क्या है इसका? History has been divided into broadly three time period: ancient, medieval, and modern. Now medieval history stretches from 8th to 8th century. This is a very long time period. It is again divided into two parts. So medieval period is divided into basically two parts: the early medieval period and the late medieval period. The early medieval period stretches from 8th to 13th of century, and the late medieval period stretches from 13th to 18th century. तो अर्ली मिडिवल पीरियड का टाइम है 8 to 13th century, लेट मिडिवल पीरियड का टाइम है 13 to 18th century. It includes, early medieval period includes the rule of Palas, Pratiharas, Cholas, etc. In the next chapters, you will read about this. Okay, and the late medieval period includes the rule of the Turks, Afghans, and Mughals. Now, in the next part, we will know about the old and new terminologies. Terminologies means the terms which are given to India in different period. India was known in the past as Bharatvarsh, the land of Bharatas. The Muslims during the medieval period called it Hindustan. They referred to the people as Hindus. Hindu here literally meant a native of Hindustan. It has no religious connection as we understood it today. In the early 16th century, Babur used the term Hindustan. Babur was a Mughal king. So Babur used the term Hindustan to describe the flora and fauna and culture of the people living over in India. The name India first used by the Persians. As the region was watered by the river Indus, it is called India by the Persians. The Greeks called it as a river Sindhu as Indus. So Greeks Sindhu Nadi ko Indus कहते थे. They borrowed this term from the Persian. Okay, so we see that different names were given to our country India. It was called Bharatvarsh because of it was known as the land of Bharat. Bharat was a king. Shakuntala and Dushyant, इनके बेटे थे वो Bharat. That is why their descendant called it भारत. जो उनके वंशज थे वो उनके नाम पे ही हमारे देश का नाम भारत पड़ा. Okay. The Muslims during the medieval period called it Hindustan. हिंदुस्तान मुस्लिम जब हमारे देश में आए शासन करने, उस दौरान इन्होंने इसको हिंदुस्तान नाम दिया. यहाँ के लोगों को ये हिंदू कहते थे. They call the people of India as Hindus. It doesn't related to any. It has no religious connection as we understood it today. So then it was first called in the 16th century by Babur. It was called Hindustan by Babur. Okay, the name India was first called by Persians. Okay, Indus is a river which flows through India, and from this Indus river the name is derived. Okay, the Greeks also referred the river Sindhu as Indus. So this is also borrowed from the term Persian. Okay. Now in this chapter we will only up to this today. So we will meet in the next class. Okay class.